is making me crazy. It's driving me crazy. Oh yeah, how this world is. Oh, and what you people do. Ooh, it's making me crazy. Yeah, you're driving me crazy. Oh my God. Listen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my family. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Mental House with me, your host, Khadija. All right, y'all, check this out. There is no way, and I know some of y'all have heard this story already, but I had to wait before I could even attempt to say anything about this narcissistic pastor, um, and just how he performed in this church when somebody broke the so-called sacred chalice in the Catholic Church. Y'all know that vase. That's what it looks like. You know, in my belief, the temple of God is this. We are the true temple of God. And so when you mess up this temple, when you screw over this temple and you really don't give a damn about this temple, that's the biggest sin to your life. That's the biggest crime against you, your individual self. So when you see these preachers that when they come up on top, don't come up here. This is the holy of the holies. Don't come up in this pulpit. And they up there fornicating and doing every damn thing else you can possibly imagine. It's really a travesty. It's really a travesty that this damn priest from the Catholic Church, while nobody had any energy and didn't want to really say anything, they kept it, oh, we're so sorry, we apologize. Didn't give out no lawsuits and raped all them boys. Because we know what the Catholic Church really stands for. Okay? In my opinion, of course. I think it's very acceptable for them to rape children. I don't care what they say. It's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Because no one made a big stink out of all those children, be they black and white, and I'm sure the majority of them were. There's no color on this thing. But to have my mother have a funeral in a church, in a Catholic church, and the priest called my mother a thing. Wait, I'll tell you what, I'm talking too much. Let me just play the story for y'all, and then y'all tell me what the hell you think. Okay? Hold on, 1 minute. Let's see. This is crazy. You be the judge.
When someone knocked over and damaged the church's sacred cup, also known as a chalice. A cell phone records a chaotic scene from the church pews as an argument between the pastor and family laying their loved ones to rest escalates, while the body of 54-year-old Agnes Hicks lays in her casket right nearby. A short time later, the family is seen carrying out her casket to leave, with shocked attendees and police cars in the parking lot.
This was uncalled for at that church. And it really hurt me, really do. To see your loved one come there to rest and be shut down like that.
Hicks' family is still traumatized over what happened. They say Agnes Hicks was baptized as a young girl at St. Mary's Catholic Church in Charlotte Hall, and it's where she had always wanted her funeral. But things got ugly at her viewing with Pastor Michael Breezy. This is a photo of him from the church's website. When family says someone went in for a hug and accidentally knocked over the church's sacred chalice near the altar.
That's when the priest, he literally got on the mic and said there will be no funeral, there will be no mass, no rehab. Everyone get the hell out of my church. He was disrespectful. He disrespected our family. He disrespected my mother. He called my mother a thing. He said, get this thing out of my church. Everyone get the hell out of my church. It was very sad. It was very sad, and I never seen anything like that before.
Family says the pastor then called police.
Bad enough we had to bury our own mother yesterday. But for you to say she's a saint and it will be no funeral, you're not a preacher. You're not a pastor. You're not a father of the Lord. You're not none of that. You're the devil.
When officers arrived, they determined the family was not in the wrong and escorted them to a funeral home out of the county, where another pastor performed their funeral service. Meanwhile, the Archdiocese of Washington has issued an apology to the family that reads in part, quote, "What occurred at St. Mary's Parish does not reflect the Catholic Church's fundamental calling to respect, nor does that incident represent the pastoral approach the priests of the Archdiocese of Washington commit to undertake every day in their ministry."
My mom was supposed to have a great funeral, and all this came up, and now I'm so traumatized about it. I'm gonna keep thinking about this every day. Like, I can't never forget this day.
The Archdiocese adds that they are taking this matter very seriously and it is still under review. Father Breezy is also expected to make a formal apology to the family.
Okay, y'all heard it. Now, I don't think there's any excuse, there's any reason that a man of the cloth should get up there and curse out a family that is bereaved, who has a mother laying there in a casket, and because you broke the sacred chalice, a hard innate object, and we talking about human beings, human souls, human hearts, and you have no compassion, and you kick them out of that church and you tell them to get that thing out of there. Let me tell you something. I'm so glad, because I'm going through a lot of challenges right now, and a lot of y'all know that. I've spoke on it, but you know, if somebody would did me like that with my mother, who's dead, you know, I don't care what none of y'all say about taking the higher road, or, you know, this, that, and the other, and he was just ignorant. I think that would have took me over the top. I think that all of my family members would have, we just would have saw red. And I don't think they would have even been able to identify who did it first. And for the police to show up and at least have send them someplace else, they got it right. But I don't think anybody, any human could do that to somebody. Know that their mother is dying, and to or your mother, I'm sorry, your mother is dead, and you're supposed to be having a funeral, and the funeral, you do this? I mean, come on, you guys. If this is not the most outrageous, despicable display of a priest, I don't know what is. So my heart goes out to the Hicks family. And wherever we are in the United States, in these so-called United States of America, we got to love ourselves a little bit more. And once we begin to love ourselves a little bit more, care about ourselves a little bit more, our backs will begin to straighten up. And nobody would have the nerve to treat us in this kind of fashion. Like what you hear, please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll be back a little later right here in the Mental House. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.